these are our mates. Some of those people say, we owe you money.
Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of those with, people buying vehicles. But I
I have to pay him a number. I can
All
pay you
these
right
are
now.
financial,
But other wrestling is.
one individual bought 600.
Makes me a little Congrats. We're excited to have
I
you.
like Miranda.
in the last 4 days, I bought Amazon, I bought 500 Amazon,
You do it then.
500
Before his announcement.
Dutch, yeah, 500 Dutch, 500 Amazon, they have Netflix, I bought 500 in Google. And then on my list is Siri, not Siri, Siri XM. Yes, it's the call letter. And Coca-Cola, those are my next ones I'm gonna buy, Apple, Siri, and Coca. I got my list, I'm watching. But I did 2,000. But, well, I'm not, it's like, my daughter's card, it didn't come out.
They said they were gonna be done in 6 months, and they were done in 14 months, and that time it's going to refund them. Trying to step in this person on about 7%. So I'm out of that now. But I'm good. Kathy, how are you? I'm good. Yeah, life is good. Busy, but doing so many cool things. I was telling Ms. Marconis, it's the first time I've served on this, right? So these attorneys, they give you these Bibles of information. They're like, please review in the next 2 days and let me know. So I've been doing more reading in the last 3 weeks than I've ever done in my life. But I wanted to really get into it because the next one's gonna be easier. I can get to the key points, but I didn't want to read anything. I want to read it. Yeah, it's like when I got hired here, you got to read the board policies. I can't just not read the policy. Anyways, good seeing you, Kathy.
I was there at 1:30 and I came out and getting all the stuff. Oh my God, I might die. Oh my God, I'm gonna go to Phoenix. Oh my God, we're flying out. And everybody's going on. Okay.
It'll be better wrestling.
You know that little place?
Why is this? Bring me and pull up my agenda.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. Well, as of right now, she's there.
It's guest, isn't it?
It is guest.
Why is it not letting me?
It's T, it's guest, and then it's capital.
But it's not letting me.
I think I keep getting kicked off.
Like, board things.
I miss him so much. Oh, yeah, that's good. It's a good training. Yeah, come last time. You got to get consecutive. That's the only thing that shows. I like to do these.
Of course.
So they don't get it.
Not done here.
Hello, Mr. Carlson.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? It's good seeing you. Oh, thank you so much.
Is today your birthday?
Yes, it is.
Happy
Oh,
birthday,
thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yep.
Oh, honey,
Yeah,
it's not here.
The only ones I need right away from you are 3 congratulatory, then the rest can wait until you're,
Okay.
and then I'll grab those for you. And that's a permanent, so it'll dry fast.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm okay, Kathy.
You want me to stay now, Gloria?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, thanks.
I think we're good, right?
Okay, it's 6. It's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock, we're gonna get started. Can we get a call to order? Can we get a roll call?
Ms. McCronis,
Present.
Mr. Alexander,
Here.
Mr. Carlson,
Here.
Ms. Raymond,
Present.
Mr. Hunt, Mr. Holt is absent.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Can we all stand for the pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence, please? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Recognitions and presentations, Dr. Streeter.
You guys want to join me?
All right, we have a action-packed night of recognitions. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna start tonight with Mr. RJ Romero. RJ, I'm gonna have you join me up front, please. Perfect, right here. So our first recognition this evening, we get to highlight the accomplishments of Marana High School senior. I'm gonna just go RJ. Is that better than Richard?
Yes.
Okay. RJ Romero. This past February, RJ earned the title of the 2025 120-pound Division I state wrestling champion. Yes. Now, in addition to that amazing accomplishment, RJ has had numerous wrestling accomplishments. This includes 121 varsity wins. That is 11th most all time in Marana wrestling history. a senior record of 58-5, a Mile High Invitational second place finish, a Doc Wright Invitational champion, Brad Jones Pack Invitational champion and outstanding wrestler, Division I, Section 1 second place, two-time state qualifier, 2020 420-pound Division I fifth place, first-time all-region, and three-time varsity letter winner. There's been a clear, not just career of excellence, but a trajectory as well, as you guys have noticed. After high school, RJ has several opportunities to continue his education and wrestling journey at the collegiate level. Coach Hiley states that RJ has been a privilege to coach over these past 3 seasons. I don't think he has missed more than 2 practices in the past 3 years. RJ is dedicated to the sport of wrestling. He wrestles all 12 months of the year and only takes time off when he's forced so that his body can heal. We want to congratulate RJ and we wish you the very best in your future, RJ. Congratulations again. So hang on, RJ. We're gonna do. I'm gonna give you a card. I'm gonna give you this certificate, and then we're gonna do a photo.
Go ahead and stand in the middle.
So have you hold that.
Too many things.
Congratulations. Okay, we're going to move from students to teachers. All right, so we have 2 great recognitions. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I would like to have Michael Forrester and Michelle Machado join me up front, please. So Michael, who's one of our outstanding teachers at Quail Run Elementary School, and Michelle, who's my neighbor over at Estes Elementary School, are our newest National Board Certified teachers. This is quite, yes, please. So National Board Certification was designed to develop, retain, and recognize accomplished teachers and to generate ongoing improvement in schools nationwide. National Board Certification is an advanced teaching credential in which teachers have met the profession's highest standards and have the knowledge and skills necessary to advance student learning. Teachers must exhibit a deep understanding of their students, content knowledge, use of data, and assessments in teaching practice. The certification process requires that teachers demonstrate standards-based evidence of the positive effect that they have on student learning in alignment with the 5 core propositions. The National Board 5 core propositions and standards describe what accomplished teachers should know and be able to do to have a positive impact on student learning. The certification identifies teachers who have met those standards through a performance-based, peer-reviewed series of assessed components. And as someone who's had the opportunity to be in both of these folks' classrooms, it is teaching at the highest level. Well-deserved congratulations as well. So currently there are 19 nationally board certified teachers and 3 nationally certified school nurses in the district. Attainment of national board certification is one of the most prestigious and respected professional certifications available in K-12 education. We are incredibly proud of our staff and recognize the extensive amount of work involved in this rigorous multi-year process. Please join me in congratulating Michael and Michelle one more time. Card. Certificates coming. Let's make sure I didn't mess up the order here. Mr. Forrester.
Thank you.
Michelle. And photo time, we'll get our direction from Allie.
Listen to her.
Congratulations. Okay, we did students, we got teachers, we're going to school level now. So I am going to ask the Rattlesnake Ridge team to join me up front, please. You don't have to clap, we don't know what they did yet. So tonight, we are proud to recognize Rattlesnake Ridge Elementary School for earning the prestigious A+ School of Excellence Award from the Arizona Education Foundation. The recognition covers a 4-year period with Rattlesnake Ridge earning the 2025 through 2029 designation. It has been since 1983 that the A+ School of Excellence program has served to identify and recognize educational excellence in public schools throughout the state and to identify which Arizona public schools would be recommended for the U.S. Department of Education's National Blue Ribbon Award. Hundreds of schools apply each year to obtain this highly sought-after designation. Qualities that the judges look for include strong leadership that inspires collaboration and embraces professional development, high-quality teachers and staff who create engaging learning experiences and help students thrive academically and socially, a rigorous standards-aligned curriculum that encourages critical thinking and problem-solving, engaged parents and community involvement, and a student-centered learning approach with extracurricular activities and a safe, nurturing environment. Matt Uden, the principal, stated, "This recognition is a reflection of the entire school community, our teachers, staff, administration, parents, and of course, our students." The process included a rigorous application process, which formally began in the early 2024 school year and culminated with a 2-day site visit to campus where every classroom, stakeholder group, and aspect of a typical day at Rattlesnake Ridge was showcased and observed by A+ judges with a wealth of experience leading and teaching at schools across Arizona. We are overjoyed that the judges recognize the incredible culture that has been created and maintained consistently by our staff, students, and the community at large to earn the distinguished A+ designation. Please join me in congratulating our outstanding Rattlesnake Ridge team for being recognized as one of the very best in Arizona. We'll do a photo. You go on big banner, and we'll go little certificate. We slide that way a little bit, Matt. That's great. Congratulations, guys.
I need the wrestlers back. They're doing all the things up. Thank you.
All right, we're done.
Board communications, does anybody have any comments?
I do. I was fortunate enough to attend the 2340 luncheon, which we honored our district support staff, teacher, and administrator of the year. It was a wonderful presentation, plus all of our wonderful students that received those scholarships. I had the unfortunate experience of having to go to physical therapy for breaking an arm, and it turned into a great one because my physical therapist was telling me he went through the sports medicine program at Marana High, and his teacher, who was Ashley Dickey at the time, set him on his path for his career, and he's now a doctor of physical therapy. And that was very exciting. I also had the opportunity to meet with a student at Mountain View High School who was competing in the state FCCLA competition for public policy. And one of the requirements was to meet with a board member and ask questions. And I'm happy to say that he qualified to go to nationals. So it's been a great experience being a board member.
Thank you. Any other board members? Okay, I have a few comments. I want to thank Dr. Streeter and my fellow board members. I too had the pleasure of attending the 2340 luncheon with Mrs. Raymond and Mr. Alexander. And I attended the National School Board Association National Conference in Atlanta, Georgia with President Cole, where I attended many breakout sessions, met with a couple prospective vendors, and toured an amazing IB school in the Atlanta School District. I encourage everyone to support our schools, students, and staff. Thank you. Next up, remarks from the public. First up, Lily Tate, and she lives in our district.
Good evening, board members, MUSD administrators, and community members. I'm Lily Tate. I teach ceramics at Tortolita Middle School, and I'm a mom to an autistic kindergartner in MUSD. April is Autism Acceptance Month, and I often struggle with how to share our story. Part of me feels like it isn't my story to tell. It's my child's. But he still can't really tell this part of his story either, so here we are. After my son was born, I was so excited to do all the mommy and me things. And then the pandemic hit. To an extent, I love the extra time that I got to spend with my little family. We navigated through a really tough time fairly well. And we were lucky that we were healthy and employed when others were not. When the world started to reopen, I found myself with a toddler. I felt a little cheated of all the adoring coos and the little baby things that everyone else got. And he started to learn how to speak through masks and our time at home. It's just because when he struggled with speech, I was told over and over, it's just because of quarantine and masks. It'll get better as he interacts with more kids his age. Oh, I wanted to believe that that was true. But then the biting started, and I knew we needed help. I couldn't believe the excuses anymore. Everyone tells you that biting's developmentally appropriate. It's communication. Luckily, there were enough red flags to get an assessment through MUSD and the Early Childhood Center and PALS. Finally, someone saw us and helped me, and they helped write him an IEP that spelled out all of the things that this teacher mom knew in her gut were a problem, but was so overshadowed with guilt and shame that so many parents of neurodivergent kids struggle with. I'll forever be grateful to the team at PAL for all the support and care that we received during his time there, and all of the efforts on the part of his team at Quail Run. In the midst of all of the things that happened and all of the struggles that went alongside that, I am ever so grateful for our team of people here in MUSD and all the efforts that are put in for our students of varying needs and neurodivergence. In a time when words like diversity and equity and inclusion seem to be questionable by some folks, I encourage this district to continue to support and come alongside those parts of our community and our students who need our services and need our help, and to continue to provide that excellent 5-star service that we have been known to for those students. So I urge this board and the administration of this district to do as much as possible as those things such as inclusion become questionable, to protect them for our students, for our staff, and for our community. Thank you.
Chelsea Ickery, representing the Marana Education Association.
Good evening, Vice President McCronis, members of the board, Dr. Streeter, senior staff, and community members. My name is Chelsea Ickery, and I'm the Vice President of the Marana Education Association. As we approach the end of the school year, MEA would like to take a moment to recognize the incredible work happening across the district, not as a formality, but as a sincere acknowledgement of the daily effort and care our educators, administrators, and support staff pour into our students. Our schools are not winding down, they're sprinting to the finish line. Teachers are guiding students through state tests, final projects, and major transitions. Counselors are helping students cope with anxiety, trauma, and planning for the future. Support staff are keeping campuses running smoothly and building the kind of trusted relationships that often make the biggest difference for a student. Administrators are managing all of it: student needs, staffing shortages, school safety, family concerns, day in and day out. And we're doing it all without adequate funding. Educators are doing more with less again. They're holding the system together with passion and creativity, but we cannot continue to rely on their personal sacrifice to make up for a lack of public investment. Meanwhile, our state continues to expand the school voucher programs that siphon hundreds of millions of dollars away from public education, without accountability, without transparency, and without serving the vast majority of Arizona students. Every dollar diverted to these programs is a dollar that doesn't reach our classrooms, our students, or the professionals working tirelessly to support them. Right now, we are at a critical moment. The state budget has not yet been finalized, and federal funding for our most vulnerable students is uncertain. Decisions are being made in the coming days and weeks that will directly impact how and if we can continue to meet the needs of our students. If there was ever a time to act, it is now. So tonight, we're not just asking this board to stand with us, we're calling on everyone in our Marana community, educators, support staff, families, and neighbors to contact your legislators. Let them know you believe in strong, well-funded public schools. Tell them our students deserve more than what's left over after vouchers are paid out. Tell them we need a budget that fully funds public education because our kids are worth the investment. Thank you.
That concludes my comments. So I'm not gonna make everybody listen to that.
Okay.
I have some great things to share. See me afterwards.
The consent agenda, can I get a motion?
I move that the governing board approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any discussions? Motion carries. Unfinished business, none. New business, J1, Ms. Reedy.
Good evening, Vice President Macronis, members of the board, Dr. Streeter, members of senior staff, and our in-person and virtual audience. This evening, I am bringing a statement of work agreement to you for consideration of approval. That is an extension or an additional project that our district would work with the Arizona Board of Regents and the ASU Helios Decision Making Center on. Earlier this school year, you all approved the personalized admissions project through this organization. This particular statement of work would provide an opportunity for our school district to share data, de-identified data, with the ASU Helios Decision Center in an effort to look longitudinally at our students and where they go after they leave our middle schools. So how do our kids do in middle school? Where do they go to high school? Where do they go to college? Where do they go to any form of post-secondary? And what majors do they have? What classes do they select? How are we preparing our kids for post-secondary? This research study would provide us with the opportunity to really evaluate the quality and effectiveness of our programs, as well as to look to other school districts to identify what programs they might be having or what pathways and programs that they have implemented in their districts that are where students are experiencing success. So this project is called VISTA, not to be confused with our VISTA, but it is to really ensure that we are constantly evaluating our programs and looking ahead to see what we need to do to be the best that we can be. As a part of our strategic planning conversations, and I know that Dr. Streeter's been talking with you all, that we are in the process of discussing not only how many quality programs we have, but what are the results those programs are getting. And this program, this being a part of this project would help us to be able to evaluate how we're doing and how we can be more effective. Some of the questions for the audience that this research study would help us to get some results on and visualize some data on are: how do middle school students perform in high school? What are the academic trajectories of our students based on their performance in the district? How do groups of students differ in their trajectories? What factors impact those trajectories? Are students being prepared for rigorous high school classes that eventually for college or other education needed for their future? We are excited to examine this, the data yielded from this study in an effort to be the best district we can be.
Thank you. Can I get a motion?
I move that the governing board approve statement of work number 1 for longitudinal student performance VISTA with the Arizona Board of Regents, the Arizona State University's Helios Decision Center for Educational Excellence, and Miranda Unified School District.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
I have a question. So I didn't know de-identified was a word. So what does that mean?
That means that no personal information involving students, so no, all of the information that we provide would not be able to be tracked back to an individual student. So we would send information to them that is not tracked back to a student SIS number or a student's name or personal identifying information.
Okay, but paragraph C here says the specific confidential data, including PII, protected, blah, blah, blah. And it gives a list. So are we sending them PII or are we not?
We're not sending them personal
Then-
identifiable information.
But this paragraph C here is allowing for that.
I'm sorry, thank you for the clarifying question. It's only the personally identifiable information, directory information available through FERPA. And so any parent that has requested that directory information not be released, that student information would not be included. Thank you for clarifying.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. J2, Ms. Reedy.
Thank you. My second item for you this evening is a follow-up to our study session topic where I discussed a reorganization of the Educational Services Department in order to increase some efficiencies, moving full-time staff members who are currently specialists to coordinator roles, as well as shifting the instructional technology coordinator position to a new title, Alternative and Innovative Learning Coordinator.
Can I get a motion?
I move that the governing board approve the Educational Service Department reorganization request as presented.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
J3, Ms. Linswater.
Good evening, Vice President Macronis, governing board members. Tonight, I bring before you a request for additional staffing. We are requesting additional staffing for next school year due to the anticipated increase of special education students at Play and Learn preschool and the opening of Tangerine Farms K-8, and due to increased population projections at Tortolita Middle School. We're asking for one special education clerk that will be split between PAL and Tangerine Farms, one nurse for Tangerine Farms, and one half-time Spanish teacher at Tortolita Middle School.
Can I get a motion?
I move that the governing board approve new staffing of one special education clerk to be split between PAL and Tangerine Farms K-8 school, one nurse at Tangerine Farms K-8 school, and one half-time Spanish teacher at Tortolita Middle School effective for the 2025-2026 school year.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
J4. Dr. Streeter.
I'm gonna try this, maybe. Arizona School Boards Association recommends updated policy language. So in your packet, you have policy AA, which is the district legal status. This just provides, simplifies the language around the district's legal boundaries. Policies ABA and policy ABAA, both, it's just simplifying and clarifying the language of those existing policies. And then policy AD is being removed from the policy manual just because it's redundant information that's already listed in policy A.
Can I get a motion, please?
I move that the governing board approve revisions to policy AA, school district legal status, policy ABA, community involvement in education, policy ABAA, parental involvement, and policy AD, education philosophy / school district mission as presented.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. J. Okay, J5 is executive session. Can I get a motion, please?
I move that the governing board conduct an executive session pursuant to ARS 38-431.03 for the purpose of consulting with and/or instructing the board's representative regarding negotiations.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We'll be going to executive session. We will return. If you'd like to leave, you're free to leave because we'll adjourn when we come back. Just letting you know, our next meeting is on May 8th at 6 p.m. here. We'll go to executive session. Oh, we might be able to stay here. Hold on.
How are you?